I've heard many times from many people throughout my life that there's no such thing as ghost, because the Bible says. I decided to actually look for myself, and I found out that's not what the Bible says at all. Hello, and thanks for watching Paralopedia, your source for what is, isn't, and might be true about paranormal phenomenon. This is your place to balance science with faith, where we live in the great wasteland between closed-minded skeptics and mindless believers. I'm Jason from Paraphiles.net, and today we're looking at ghosts in the Bible. First off, let me start this video off by saying this. This video isn't about the Bible being true or not true, but instead about what it says and doesn't say. There are simply many things that many Christians take for granted that the Bible says that it actually doesn't. For example, Jesus' birthday was not given in the Bible. But, regardless of this fact, everyone celebrates his birthday on December 25th. There's some very good clues in the Bible that let you know his birthday was probably in the summer or early fall. Mary gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger, because there was no guest room available for them, and there were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. At night in December, it would have been very cold in Bethlehem, and shepherds would have sought shelter for their flocks at night. The weather would not have permitted them to watch over their flocks in a field. Also in Luke, it mentions the reason why Mary and Joseph were going to Bethlehem the night of Jesus' birth, the Roman census. The Romans didn't take their census in the winter as the roads were in poor condition. It was also hard and uncomfortable for people to get around. There are a few theories as to why we celebrate Jesus' birthday on December 25th. But the first recorded day of Christmas being celebrated on December 25th was in 336, during the time of the Roman Emperor Constantine. A few years later, Pope Julius I officially declared that the birth of Jesus would be celebrated on December 25th. Many Christians also believe the earth is only a few thousand years old. Why, you might ask? It's a great question, as the Bible mentions how old the earth is nowhere within its pages. The idea that the earth is just a few thousand years old comes from this man, Archbishop James Ussher of Ireland. Ussher, working with the genealogical tables in the book of Genesis and assuming them to be complete, deduced that there was 4,004 years from the creation of the world to the birth of Jesus. Ussher's chronology eventually made its way into the margins of various English translations of the Bible. For many in the world today, this idea is understood to be biblical fact, which it isn't. But what about ghosts? Does the Bible say they don't exist? This first passage needs a little setup. This is taking place when Saul has a medium call upon the ghost of the prophet Samuel. And Samuel said to Saul, "Why hast thou disquieted me, to bring me up?" Here the Bible makes mention of not only ghost, but also a medium. According to the Bible, they both exist. This next passage comes from Deuteronomy. "Let no one be found among you who sacrifices her son or daughter in the fire, who practices divination or sorcery, interprets omens, engages in witchcraft or casts spells, or who is a medium of spirits, or who consults the dead." According to this passage, it is possible for people to speak with the dead. The Bible just cautions against it. This next passage takes place in the New Testament in Matthew, when Jesus was walking on the water towards his disciples who were in a boat at the time. When the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified and said, "It's a ghost," and they screamed in terror. Ghosts are also referenced in Mark. "And there appeared unto them Elijah with Moses, and they were talking with Jesus." The Bible says that Moses died. It's in Deuteronomy, but Elijah never did. The Bible says Elijah went up by whirlwind into heaven. So technically, I guess the apostles only saw Jesus talking to one ghost here. This next passage comes from Luke. While they were still talking about this, Jesus himself stood among them and said to them, "Peace be with you." They were startled and frightened, thinking they saw a ghost. He said to them, "Why are you troubled, and why do doubts arise in your minds? Look at my hands and my feet. It is I myself. Touch me and see. A ghost does not have flesh and bone, as you see I have." To me, I think those who believe in the Bible can't really disagree with the idea of ghost, as even Jesus himself had to explain to his disciples that he wasn't one, and in some ways, what they would look like and how they would manifest themselves. Jesus did not condemn his disciples for believing in ghosts either, so making the argument that Christians shouldn't believe in ghosts is a little misguided in my opinion. I think if you believe in the Bible, then you have to believe in ghosts, as they might simply be the manifestations of someone's soul. You can't just say that when a spirit leaves this world it can never return, because the Bible states that it can and has in many cases. So, what do you think? Am I wrong about this? Leave a comment and let me know. You'd be awesome if you liked this video. You should also check out parafalls.net for more on this and anything else paranormal related. Be sure to check out the Smoke and Mirrors podcast hosted by Daryl and Cindy Smith on the website. Episode 7 about demonic possession was really good. Thanks for watching, and remember, there's no reason to be normal when you can be paranormal.